Why do you need a life raft? I know of 2 instances in the last 15 years where people died using inflatable boats as life rafts. Because the life raft's going to be tied to the boat when you put it in the water and inflate it, but when the boat sinks, you need to get loose from it because you don't want to follow the boat down. Again, keep your ship's medical kit near the abandoned ship bag, preferably in some kind of in a big Ziploc bag, and then when you leave, take that with you. Where are we going and what do we have to do? So the way this works is, you sit there and you pump this thing for 5 or 10 minutes till you get tired, then you give it to the next person, they pump it for a while, and you just keep passing it around the raft and you will make enough water to survive. Now when you're sitting in a life raft, you're going to be wet, and when it gets dark and cool, you're going to get cold. Voila. Now, a couple of you pick that up and drop it right side up in the water.
Okay.
And do not go in the water with it.
I'm going to try not to. Oops, wrong way.
Okay, now take the white line, just start pulling it. All right, give it a yank.
Wow, look at that.
We had somebody call landfall. They wanted one for their apartment in case there was another hurricane. If you look to your right of the opening, you'll see a little black pouch. That's where the life raft knife is kept to cut the painter. And you see the boarding ramp that you slide up over. Good afternoon. I'm Captain Henry Marx from Landfall Navigation, Stamford, Connecticut. And I just got through deploying a Revere Coastal Elite life raft and going through the steps of what you do when you need to leave. And I've been asked, what are the half a dozen biggest things people screw up? Well, the first thing is you have to have a 406 EPIRD that has been registered and turn it on. The next thing you probably need to do is make sure that everybody takes their seasick pills, because a life raft is a very unpleasant place if you haven't taken your seasick pills. After that, some of it's a function of luck. Did anybody get hurt? What's the weather, etc. Some other things I like to have in my raft is I like to have a radar transponder, because when you turn that on, any ship within radar range of your raft will have a very clear display on their radar set of somebody in distress, and it will get you help much quicker than a helicopter coming from Long Island. Crowd control is important. Practicing is important. Nobody in the recreation community these days really rehearses any of the bad stuff. The presumption is it won't happen, and when it does, oh my God, what do we do now? If your local fire department, which has a day where you can go down and actually use a fire extinguisher on a controlled fire, go do it. Because when you have to do it for real, it's very different. Take your first aid course. You don't have to be an EMT, but the basic first aid works at home and in the office as well as on the boat. These are the kind of things that work in a life raft also. But you know, take pride in being a competent mariner.
High five.